And welcome back to Hannity, our Great American panel tonight. We have former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State, of course, co-host of The Five. How are you, Mr. Beckel? You are on the air. He's a nationally syndicated radio talk show host on the Salem Radio Network. Hugh Hewitt is back with us. She, the director of the Lawfare Project and the author of Lawfare, The War Against Free Speech. Brooke Goldstein is back with us. Good to see you. All right, let's go back to this fight I had with the Occupy guy from last week. Mr. Beckel is whining in this guy's defense. I think this is a legitimate point that 29-year-old people, instead of protesting, ought to actually go to work every day. Just a novel thought. I have a suggestion for you.
Really free.
You're 29 years
my suggestion to you is that you should
I don't need your suggestion.
I'm telling you some pretty futuristic, crazy stuff.
I have a suggestion for you. You're 20 years old. Stop wasting your time at Occupy Wall Street. And here's a novel concept. Get up at 6 a.m., shovel some coffee down your throat, hit the pavement, find a job, get to work, stop whining, stop complaining, stop blaming, and get your out of bed like everybody else in America and get to work.
I'm down. Give me a job. I will go to work.
If you pound the pavement and stop hanging out at the Zuccotti Park, you might find one. What are you whining about? All fair.
First of all, I don't get to sleep at 6 o'clock, one. And two, I think you're just being overly mean to the guy. I mean, you're not a mean guy, so I don't know what it was, why you got it.
All right, so I brought him. All right, you think I was mean. How about this? I brought him on my radio show the next day.
Yeah.
I offered to get him a job. He wouldn't take one unless it pays between $80,000 and $100,000 a year, Hugh. I swear.
What was your first job? Sean, my first job was $10,000 a year.
Delivering papers and then washing dishes in a restaurant.
29 years old. You were making a lot more than 10 when you were 29.
No, I was in the federal government. I bet you I was making $35,000 a year working for.
That was a lot of money. That was like.
Wait a minute. Don't I know a story about you when you hit a bump in the road in one point in your life and you worked for pretty little money at one point?
$13 an hour.
$13 an hour. If Bob Beckel can do it, why can't the 29-year-old do it?
Yeah.
Right?
I was interning for free for the first 2 years that I was in the workforce. I mean, come on. Are we forgetting the fact that over 7,000 people have been arrested in the Occupy Wall Street movement?
Violence, rape, a special rape protection tent.
Attempted murder. They've been arrested for trying to blow up a bridge.
In Ohio.
And our government has the language. They're saying, well, you know, they're angry with capitalism. That's like saying a suicide bomber is angry at American foreign policy.
Well, don't lay that Detroit bridge on the Occupy.
Just because they were part of Occupy?
No, one guy was.
Don't confuse the fact.
When I was involved,
5 of them were at the camp.
When I was in the anti-war movement, the Vietnam War movement, we had a lot of problems. A lot of people got hurt. There was a lot of shootings. They tend, by definition, to be somewhat draw some strange people, right? Now they say, well, the Tea Party does it, but the average age of Occupy is not 85.
Did you hang with Bill Ayers and Bernadette Dorn when you were part of the anti-war movement?
I used to go out with Bernadette Dorn.
You did?
Bernadine Dorn? You went out with her?
I did. Nice lady.
While she was a terrorist?
I don't know if she... No, we split. She went to the other ground, and I stayed with a more
Did you know
moderate.
she had those thoughts?
I knew she was. I was pretty radical about the war too. I wouldn't have gone.
You weren't weatherman radical.
No, I wasn't weatherman.
But at least we were protesting something. I mean, we're still not clear after so many months what these kids stand for. I mean, no, they can't even articulate.
You know what could end this? If just one of those schmucks on Wall Street that got us into this recession and who sold phony papers, and they knew they were doing it. One guy takes a perp walk, I'll be happy. If Goldman Sachs were to get 2 or 3 of those guys thrown in jail, it'd be fine.
Start with Barney, start with Chris Dodd, start with the board of Freddie and Fannie, and after they do the perp walk, go find the honest guys at Wall Street and smear
honest
down.
Guys at Wall
Street?
There
are hundreds and thousands.
There are lots of honest.
That's
I agree
exactly
with you,
right.
But there are a lot of people
Bob's having a bad day. The president kicked off his re-election campaign this weekend, and we'll look at the video. This is him, and we'll take a lot of empty seats. Now, if you look at 2010, that was him with Ted Strickland, who lost, by the way, to John Kasich. You can see huge crowds. In 2008, all those seats were filled, Bob, in Ohio. They're all empty now, and the floor was empty, and nobody showed up. And looks like hope and change and Obama mania, and the fainting is over.
Listen, there is what? You've seen him once, all right, and there's a
you don't need to go back.
But this is the greatest economic president since Franklin Roosevelt.
I see Leonard Skinner. I want to see him again. I see a band I like. I want to see him again. People saw Obama in 2008. They've been there. They've done that. And it looks like he's not getting reelected.
What do you think? If you weren't one of my good friends after listening to you on the radio, I wouldn't want to see you again either.
Good shot. What do you think?
Look, I have great faith in the American people. I think they're seeing through all this campaign rhetoric, and I'm just shocked. That's the first time I saw that footage. I'm shocked that people aren't showing.
I think, look, I was in Ohio in 2000, 2004. I was with Bill Cunningham, and then in 2006, which was a bad year, and you could feel that dramatic a difference. I think that's telling.
You know, I'm from Warren, Ohio. I know the Buckeye State very, very well. Josh Mandel's doing great. The whole ticket's going to do well. That is a stunner. And today, Mark Halperin from Time Magazine has a piece about how all the happy talk's coming out of Chicago. In fact, that is a wake-up call to Team Obama that the numbers have sunk in. I don't think you can turn it around. I heard you with Dick Morris earlier.
I don't think so.
I'm with Dick. Ann Coulter's with Dick. I think this is going to be
let me ask you
the most telling.
I like Bob. Let me ask you this. You're from Ohio. Everyone's pushing Bob Portman. Bob Portman is a great guy. He's boring. Don't we need this is a media age.
Is it Romney's not? I mean, what are you going to have, Bohr on top of Bohr?
He's a lock for Ohio.
You think so?
Rob Portman carries Buckeye State, but that doesn't mean you don't go to Jeb Bush or Chris Christie or someone like that. But Rob Portman means Ohio is in your column.
Do you agree with me he's a little boring?
He's an OMB director. By law, they must be boring.
Romney makes Dominic sales plummet. He's the most boring human being I've ever run across.
So does Obama with his class warfare.
No, not at all.
Yes, it does.
It's,
you know what?
You wait
and blaming the tsunami and blaming Bush
wait till
and
they get on
blaming
the
me
debate
and
stage
blaming
together.
Fox
It's going to be like the Yankees playing the Little League.
And, you know,
you wait. It's over. This race is over.
You are in for a wake-up call.
And like a drum.
You have no idea what's going to. I'm going to go to your apartment and rip down that poster and those candles of Obama because you lighten them every day and you believe in your own rhetoric.
We have a $10,000 bet. It's fun for our charity of our choice.
All right, we'll continue. Right. Beckel, one more segment, then Dr. Siegel's interview with George W. Bush. Straight ahead.
The inspiring story